All right, welcome back. We are in our chat room right now, and we have Lancelot Imasuen in the house. He's a Nollywood filmmaker. I would rather call him a veteran, but he says, no, don't call me a veteran because that makes me look old. So I would oblige him his request and just welcome him to the studio. You're welcome to Saturday Night.
Thank you. Should I hold your hand longer?
No, don't. Oh my God, you're welcome to Saturday Night.
Nice.
Wow, how does it feel? You're back home where it all started.
Yeah. NTA, our NTA.
Yeah.
So nice to be here, yeah.
How does it feel? What memories does it bring up?
Yeah, professionalism, discipline, and passion, commitment, and what have you? Everything that seemed good and nice and memorable about being a production person. It's quite nice being back here inside the studio again.
Can you recount one or two things that you never forget? I mean, in the times where you were here, that would always go with you wherever you go.
Yeah, working with veterans like the late Elebeli Elebuwa, my Oga for life, Lasse Guavoin, Sadiq Daba, and my Oga forever and ever, Dan Ladibako. The first day I walked in here, say, hey, I want to be here in NC, I want to work here. Walking straight to the office of Mr. Peter Iwo and say, hey, I'm some young child from Benin. I just graduated from the University of Port Harcourt. I want to work here. I've always seen the name Peter Iwo from childhood. And the man was just amazed. Look at me. Come take him to Danladia. That's how I started working here. Just like that. And having the opportunity of meeting all of these people and not forgetting Cordelia Ake.
You just do us that honor.
Okay.
Telling us a bit of yourself. We know you're from Edo State.
Yeah.
Right? That's for starters.
Mm-hmm. Well, from Edo State, from Orokosa village in Hode local government area of Edo State. I think this is the first time I'm saying it on television. I'm from Orokosa village, which is actually my name. It means I'm in God's battle. That's the name of my village. And attended Ogola Primary School, Egosa Grammar School, University of Port Harcourt. And I was here a little while. Also with Federal Radio Corporation. I used to present a program called Achowe Salute. I've at one time also been a teacher to teach acting and directing in a private institution called Jovis Profession Press here in Lagos before full-scale Nollywood started. My first film was an Igbo language film, Adako, 1995. Before then, I have always been on television, production, stage, theater, street, marketplace theater, all of that. I've been an encompassment of performance, of theatrical performance all my life. Singing, dancing, drumming, choreographing, and doing all that is production. And professionally, for the past 18 years, I've been behind the camera as a filmmaker.
Your CV, in fact, I don't know how many pages you write when you have to.
I also used to wear animal skin in what is it?
Taste by Moonlight.
Taste by Moonlight.
Wow!
Yeah.
You have crossed. You have really.
For the Christmas, sometimes I also used to wear.
For the Christmas.
No, I have the artistry will always see us through. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. But did you study theater arts?
Yes, I studied theater arts, University of Port Harcourt. I wanted to be a lawyer, but the love for this at a time, because then actually we are taught that those that needed to be the big names in production, they've already attained that. Think of writers like Wole Soyinka, Chinua Achebe, all of those ones. So waiting, I want to write again. Wait, reach the level of those men. This was the mindset. Then there was no film industry. Nobody thought that today there will be some iconic persons that will be ascribed to performances again.
Now, when we want to look at the works you have done, which one would you say was the first that came to mind at this time when you were just getting into the movie industry? Which one was the one that really got your attention emotionally, psychologically, physically?
You don't need to finish that. The movie titled Yesterday, The Devastating Tale. At the time, I made it in 1997, and that was a film that actually brought me to national and international limelight. When then it was story of witchcraft, wicked mother-in-law, whatever. I just picked up that what I tagged the socio-cultural gang of against the African woman. I was looking at. I've always seen film because my company then I registered in 1996 was Reeling for Change. So I've always seen film as an instrument for social reformation and change. So beyond entertainment, beyond laughter and all that, the educational value of filmmaking has not been exploited. So right there from my onset, I knew that this was a serious issue that I wanted to talk. And when I made that film, wow, everybody got impressed with that work and it made quite an impact. So it's been difficult leaving that line. So I hardly would just come up to make a film just because I want to make a film.
As at that time, not much was known of Nollywood as it is now.
Yes.
But at that time, you had that focus, you had all of that. What was the propelling force? Because then it was like taking a leap into the dark. And you were taking your career, your passion, and throwing it all into that kind of a venture.
I want to say, like Nollywood, we always say, to God be the glory. Honestly, let me give kudos to NTA. Researching worked like Twist Away. This program created by Cordelia Ake. Twist Away. Let's look at Nigerian tongue twisters like Peter Piper, Picky Peter, So when they go around the country, they say that in our native dialect, there are these tongue twisters too. That really made a lot of impact. So if you watch it as a piece of artwork, you will enjoy it. If you want to look at it as an educational piece, you will enjoy it. And that's what has guided my career to this level. When I started, people ask me, how many films have you made? They want to exaggerate. Oh, Lancelot has made over 200 and something movies. I laugh. I said, no, I've made 5 films. So how? What happened to all of you? Oh, this and that. At the time I started, the first movie I made was Adako, an Igbo language film. And a Edo man coming to sit at top directorially a production in a language that I wouldn't hear a word. So they're like, how did you do that? I said, because it's art. Art has a universal language. Art is more spiritual than physical. It's the spirituality of art that I have actually operated on. That's been my modus operandi. So any work I want to look at the spiritual level of it. No one people here say spiritual. Oh, it's about being fetish or what? No. Before a man could sit down and graph some lines, put them all together, call some artists who were not there, they read through, they assimilate it, and you are able as a director to inculcate this into them, and we film. And some person is back home miles away. Sit down and you see them captured, encapsulated, glued to their screen, and you see tears streaming down their eyes. That isn't some piece of cake. It takes a lot of spirituality to do this fundamental move to the level of understanding that the director holds like a remote. Now he wants you to laugh and you are laughing. He wants you to cry, you're crying. He wants you to get aroused emotionally and you see yourself moving. So these are the works that goes into directing. That it got to a time in Nigeria where all Tom, Dick and Harry would just, stand by, action. I said, no, directing is far more than that. You can't give what you don't have. If you're not psychologically balanced, if you're not emotionally balanced, if you're not spiritual, you will not be able to do some kind of works as a director. So for me, this has been my guiding principle. Even though I also have a right to make a film that does not have any message. Like my friend would say, you can either inform or misinform or disinform, de-educate, educate, entertain or de-entertain. So being able to put all of this together from a non-visible perspective to a visible perspective is what makes you a good or bad director.
Okay, great. So now, as a director, as a filmmaker, when they mention Lancelot Imasuen, what movies, what films do you want them to remember you by for now?
Number one is Yesterday. It did so well for me, for my career, for my vision. Two, there's a film titled Isakaba. Quite humbly, I'm so opportune to have made some very great jobs. Isakaba was another one that's, wow, who is this guy? Who did this? Who did that? The things we achieved manually, then when there were no so much of special effect manipulations and all of that, that was another great success. I will also forget in a hurry a movie titled The Last Burial. These were movies that actually stretched my directorial prowess and were able to stamp some kind of authority. Great jobs like Uncle Wayward as a comedy that also conceived 2001, Uncle Wayward, and my God, it became so much a phenomenon. You can go on and counting, then not forgetting Adesuwa. Adesuwa means a whole lot of things to me. A whole lot. I wanted to visit the historical and reenact certain past events with date and time. And we saw that film successfully appreciated by a lot, winning awards. It's still coming. I just got one again from the US Nollywood Film Critics Award, Best Director. Gave me so many awards, and now the Ogidiga of them all, Invasion 1897.
Interesting. That's the one, the front burner now.
Yes.
Can you tell us about it?
Invasion is bringing back history. The British invasion of the Benin Empire. There wouldn't have been a better time to capture that filmically other than now, because next year will be 100 years of Nigerian amalgamation. The Benin Kingdom was the last empire in the whole of West Africa to be taken by the British. Before they came, there was a government, there was a people, there was a way of life, there was institutions over there. And we wanted, all the story I've heard is of the Benin massacre. The Benin massacre, the British said they sent people to Benin for treaty, and they were massacred. And as a filmmaker, I'm getting international recognition. We'll be thinking, okay, let's actually look at this story from our own perspective, which is what Nollywood has done for Africa, giving us now a right to tell our story by ourselves without any foreign infiltration. 99.9% of Nigerians are decent and honest people, and I make both to hold to that. Things are not the way it is presented, so now we have a right to present our own. We have a right to say this is what we know. Our arts and work was destroyed and carted away. The people were maimed, the city destroyed. People were holding cutlasses and they came with their grenade and cannon and all of that. So now let the world actually go back to what happened then. Let us have the opportunity of presenting our own side of the story, so that generations yet unborn we also, okay, this is what they wrote. They call it the Benin Massacre. This is what a Benin man, the film he made, called an invasion.
Okay, we would pause here for a moment. Let the viewers just have a teaser. Let's just tease the viewers a bit with Invasion by Lancelot Imasuen. Saturday night, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
entered my kingdom uninvited. You plundered my land and resources. Desecrated the altars of my ancestors. You disrupted my solemn worship. Made my people kill, my people burn down my kingdom, and you expect me into power. Some not at all, I'm left out of being kingdom to prosper for you. About the best.
Welcome back. That was The Invasion by Lancelot Imasuen. Well, that was, I mean, the movie, in fact, the clips, everything put together. Did you shoot that here in Nigeria?
Yeah, it was shot here. It was shot here. Exactly. We got it.
That is breathtaking. It's captivating. It's gripping. It's, I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
We want to tell our stories.
Taking movie production to the next level. You've raised the bar.
At the end of the day,
I've seen.
To God be the glory. To God be the glory. We have it all here. We can do it. It is possible. I want the world to begin to see that if we get a pinch of the kind of resources that Hollywood has at their disposal, they will be amazed at the kind of works we're going to get out. We built the ship, 42-foot ship that Overamen was carted away with from Benin to Calabar through the Gelegele Sea to Calabar. It was built. The sets were built. The
here
costumes,
in Nigeria?
Yes, the costumes, everything. We took our time to make all that.
Who's helping you? Is this a one-man sponsored project?
Well, we've gotten a lot of support. I don't know if we are due to call names. They've been major.
Well, if you call, you just pay the airtime now. You are one filmmaker in Nollywood who is reenacting history, encapsulating history in its true sense. Not too many people are doing that. Is that deliberate? Is that calculated?
The world should be waiting for the kind of story. We've not started going to the Awolowo, the pre-independent Nigeria, the struggle for the heart of Nigeria. There's a whole lot filmically that we've not got into. It's quite assiduous going into this kind of project. For me, it's calculated, it's deliberate, it's a must-do for me. And after this, we're going to think about some others to do.
All right, Lancelot, you have been talking with so much passion, emotion, and all of that, and it has to do with our culture, heritage, and all that put together. You're very passionate about Nigeria.
Extremely.
And you're expressing yourself through your movies.
Extremely very passionate about where I'm from.
I noticed that in the course of our talking, you have a bead. Are you a chief? Is this like a political preparation for what is to come in the future?
Cultural association. Cultural association. I have a chieftain's title from somewhere in Enugu. I've not gone to be conferred anyway, but I've been appointed as a chief. But that's not. I started wearing this long ago.
When you started doing these historic movies?
No. It's just a way of telling you that I have something about us should also always point to where we are from. I don't know where this one is from. This one that you're wearing.
Don't point at me. You are the man in focus.
So when you see, you know, that man is a great man from the great kingdom of Benin.
That's good. That's good. Beside the Lancelot we know in the movie industry, there's another part of Lancelot we don't know.
Yes.
You mentioned your daughter now. Obviously, you're married.
Oh, very, very, very married. Willingly married.
Great.
I'm married. Married to Mrs. Amosa Lancelot Imasuen. We're blessed with 2 daughters, and we're expecting another child very soon.
So now, if we want to remember you in history as one man who was propagating the culture of Nigeria through his movies and all, which one would that be? One moment in time.
I'm sure whenever the history of Nigerian movie industry is written, the name Lancelot Imasuen will be goldenly written there. If not for anything, we always remember the movie Invasion 1897 or Yesterday, the Devastating Tale. That from the human angle, and this other from the cultural angle.
You know, continuity has always been a challenge for us in this part of the world.
I have a lot of people. I have a lot of people that have passed through me, a lot that are still working under me and hoping to carry on. Have quite a huge army of followers that believe in my own style of filmmaking that we are imparting to. And in terms of blood, I'm sure one or so of my children will be so glad to follow as an artist. I actually see that in my second daughter, Osatuma, who is always very artistic and tells that she's a superstar and all that. I will see those artistic traits in her every now and then. Yeah.
On a final note, Nollywood, yes, it's booming, it's flourishing, and all of that. In your own opinion, are there things that we should do that we're not doing in filmmaking here in Nigeria, telling our stories the way they should be told?
Quite a lot. I think the society owes us. The society must rise up strongly against those evil men who will sit back to wait for us go through these pains we go through. I've been on Invasion for the past 4 years, and it finally comes out that the next thing you see 20 in one DVD. Nigeria should stand up strongly against these evil men. It's not only those that carry gun to go and rob or kill and all that are actually the evil men. There are a whole lot that are economically sabotaging the effort of others. This is one legacy we have come to give to Africa, give to the world. This is one pride that we should hold very dearly. The Nigerian film industry has done so much for the image of Nigeria, for the image of African, and for the pride of us as black people globally. Let's make this thing live on for time.
Oh, great. That's a very good way to wrap up this program.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lancelot, for being part of Saturday Night. So, viewers, on that note, we say thank you so much for staying tuned. Until next week, it's been Saturday Night. Good night.